Hello, friend. Joe at the office here. Before I get started today, I just want to remind you, please subscribe. It helps me out, and I want to make sure that I'm not wasting my time. So today we're going to talk about map charts in Microsoft Excel. How to create a beautiful map chart for a presentation at work, showing the United States or the state you live in by county, displaying sales data, information that will be useful in presentations and visualizing your data. So let's go ahead and get started. I have a blank Excel spreadsheet here. So what I want to do is I want to show a map of the United States. So each state, I'm going to need a table with each state, the population of that state, and then I'm going to add some columns for whether or not we have a sales presence in our organization and what our state-by-state sales are. So let's go ahead and get started. I found this population data here on World Atlas, population 2020, so I'm sure it's estimated, but let's go ahead. I selected it. Let's copy it. And then go ahead and paste it. So that took a minute to copy that data because it was formatted for the website. So let's go ahead and play with it. I'm going to add a couple more columns here. Presence and sales. Right. Don't know why it's like that. Whatever. Presence and sales. So I have already typed in this data. I don't want to have to type it in again over here. And so I will copy it and paste it here. So just explaining the data really quick. 0 is we have no presence in the state. Our corporation doesn't have business there or sales there. 1, we have an established customer base, and we're making annual sales, which are listed here. And then a 2 is where we're expanding our presence. So we haven't made any sales necessarily there in that state yet, but we're starting to build a corporate presence. So we have our data. We need to turn it into a table first before we can build a map chart out of it. So let's go ahead and select our table or our data and format it as a table. So we'll just format it as a table and say okay. It has headers. You can sort, you can filter, you can do anything that you can work with for table data. All right, so let's go ahead and select it again. You don't really necessarily have to do this. You can just select inside of it, but I like to select it and hit insert and maps. So when I select that map, it will show me a map of the United States. It'll already choose population as its data set, its series population, and choose a gradient for the legend and do the highest populated state. So California is the highest populated state, then Texas, and so forth. So you can see it matches. Not necessarily a very useful chart, but I wanted to show you how it works. So this is population 2020. All right, let's do a couple more here. Let's do. I want to show a map. This would be helpful in a presentation set. So you're meeting with your corporate board and you're showing them. Let's use presence. So again, let's select the table data and same function. We'll just choose a table or a map and select it, move it down here, make it nice and pretty. But we're gonna right click on it and select the data. I'm going to go ahead and remove population and remove sales and hit OK. So it will show that we don't have a presence in these light blue states. In fact, I went ahead and made a little legend here so that we can we'll know what we're talking about. The dark blue is where we're currently expanding our business. Indiana, Iowa shows you in the the text tool that we are looking at Missouri, and then where we do have a presence. So this is helpful. So we might want to change the title of our chart to which states have our sales presence. So this might be used in a presentation to talk about our growth, where we're going. Oops. I could type. All right. Let's do one more. Let's show a graph of our sales since we went ahead and did this table. So again, we'll select the table. You don't have to do that. In fact, let's not do it. Let's just grab that. And let's say insert maps and do this. So again, it pops up with the default first data series outside of the geolocation. We'll right click and say select data. We'll get rid of populations and presence and just keep sales. And this will show our corporate sales for the year. Again, our highest sales presence is in the highly populated states that we have a presence in, but you can hover over and see what the sales are for each. All right, so that's how you use a map chart, and that's how you might use it in a corporate setting, making a presentation or visualizing your data. Let's look at one more thing, because I want to get a little deeper and let you know the power of this map chart function in Excel. So let's create a new sheet, and now I just want to look at a state. So I just want to look at Florida. So I went to this site, right, slow, come on now, and downloaded this XLSX Florida counties and municipalities Excel spreadsheet as of 2019. It looks like this. So this has our population estimate as of here, and I'm going to go ahead and grab this data off of the spreadsheet that I downloaded, down to Washington, Control C, and go to our working place, and I'm going to put it here on B1. Oops, I should have put it on B2. Insert. So this is our county, and this is our population 2019. All right. We're missing some information to make a map chart work. So number one, we need a state or a region or a zip code or something. In this case, it's Florida. So let's go ahead and select it and complete our table down this way. All right. So Excel won't quite produce the results we want right now because we have the word county here at the end of every county name. We have to remove that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a find replace. I'm going to type in space county, and I'm going to replace it with nothing, and it's going to get rid of all of the word county and all the cells that I want to get rid of, all 67 counties. So now the next step is to create a table out of this data. So we're going to select the cells that our data resides in, all the way down to Washington, and we are going to format as table. Let's select that. I don't know. Table has headers, yes. Okay, so now we have a table that we can work with. So we'll just click in it, insert, maps, and we'll see that it's smart enough to know that it's going to be Florida. It's going to be broken down by the county map of Florida, and the population numbers will show in a gradient format. Very very intuitive, very smart. You can do that for any state, of course. You can do it for any country. You would just start with the country in your first column, and then maybe the state, or however the province, however it's broken up, in your second column, and then population or your sales data or demographics or whatever you need to do to get your point across. So there you have it. That's how you make map charts in Excel. Very powerful tool. And so leave a comment if you have any questions on how to use this, or anything I forgot maybe. Hit like, please subscribe. I do need subscribers. And as always, thank you for watching.